Y'all know the name.
What's crack-a-lacking, boys and girls? I am Mattinho, and welcome to another episode of Get to Know Mattinho. Yay! It's like a game show, isn't it? So, before I get into the story, again, apologies. I'm still really suffering. My back isn't any better at all, so sitting down for any kind of long period of time is very difficult. Also, I was planning on getting some Counter-Strike gameplay out, but I've been suffering just endless crashes. I can't really do much with it. The microphone keeps disconnecting for some reason, so I'm not sure what that's all about. I think I might have fixed the microphone problem, and I think I might now, this afternoon, have fixed the problem with CSGO crashing, because it crashes, you restart it, blue screen of death, blue screen of death straight away. So I think I might have fixed the problem. I reinstalled Steam. I've twiddled around with some of the settings in CSGO as well. But and I've played, I think, 2 or 3 games without it crashing, so I may have fixed it, but I don't know. As soon as I start recording, it'll probably, crash again, but who knows. So that's why. Hasn't been much, but it's set to basically kick off a little bit more, because Until Dawn is out on Friday. I've also got Madden coming tomorrow as well. I've rented Madden. What I'm going to do with that, I'm not sure. I think I might, if they still have that mode in where you can play as one player, then I will definitely be doing that, because I love that mode. But if they haven't got it, then I don't think I'll do anything with it, because I don't really like the other modes in it. I do like the NFL, but I just don't like playing the other modes. It's just a pain. So yeah, that's where I've been and what I've been doing. So on to the story. Now, if you live in the UK, in 2011, we had something going around the whole country and maybe parts of Europe. I don't know if this affected the whole world, but I know it was definitely in the UK because I got it. It was something called the norovirus, otherwise known as the winter sickness bug. Now, this was fucking horrific. It was horrible. It was just utterly horrible. So much so that the government actually issued a warning to all employers, saying that if one of your employees has this bug, do not let them come in. Because if they come in, it's highly contagious, and your workforce will fall like fucking dominoes. So you'll have no one to work. So that was basically it. If you got it, the warning was do not go into work. It's going to take at least 48 hours, maybe more, to get rid of this. It lasted for about 3 or 4 days with me. I started feeling better around the end of the 3rd day, but I took an extra day off. I thought, fuck it, whatever. And they were paying me for the time off as well, because they basically told us not to come in. So yay, 4 days holiday. Okay, technically 1 day holiday, because the first 3 days I spent puking and ow, I've got a bump on my elbow. Sorry, tangents. So yes. Now, what made this thing particularly horrible is the fact that you could not keep a thing down, anything at all. You take a sip of water, 10 minutes later you're bringing something up. A sip of whatever, you're bringing it up. Like, I had a sip of Lucasade, 10 minutes later, just fucking orange. I don't know how it basically multiplied the amount of orange, but it managed to do so. I just filled this bowl full of fucking orange sick. It was horrible. The other horrible thing about this is it wasn't limited to just coming out of your mouth. It came out of both ends. So, puke one end, beef stew on tap the other. And nobody... Now you've all been put off beef stew. I could have said really thick Bovril, but, not many people have Bovril. Who knows? I'm more running Marmite. I'm ruining food for everybody, aren't I? So, I'll stop. But yeah, so it was the second night, I think it was. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. Everybody was asleep. I was trying to sleep. I couldn't know, because you feel like kind of bloated and gassy and horrible, and you daren't fart, because this is the male definition of deception. A turd that disguises itself as a fart. That's the male definition of deception. So you couldn't fart because, you got that feeling like, oh yeah, this is going to be, it's just going to open the floodgates if I do it. So you have to go to the toilet and sit down before you can fart. Now I got the feeling that I was probably going to fart. I went to the toilet, sat down, and lo and behold, it wasn't a fart. It was something more nefarious. Like large quantities of whatever I'd been trying to keep down. I don't know where it was all coming from. I had a very good spring clean of my stomach, you know. I did a little spring cleaning, and I felt a hell of a lot lighter and less bloated afterwards, but that's another story. So, back to the toilet. So there I am, just wearing shorts, nothing else. Your temperature just skyrockets and you're just too hot and you can't really deal with it. But wearing shorts, nothing else. They're around my ankles along with my boxes, and I'm doing my business. And then something really bad happens. I get the feeling like I'm going to be sick. Now the little bucket thing or bowl or whatever that I was using, so I didn't have to that if I couldn't get to the toilet in time, I could just do it in a bowl by the side of my bed. That was still by the side of my bed. I couldn't get off the toilet because I was still very much in the process of expelling my bowels. See, I didn't do it disgustingly. That was a medical expression. That was have you expelled your bowels recently, sir? Oh, good. I may just have to stick my fingers up there and dislodge whatever blockage you have. Anyway, so yeah, still on toilet. Now, I tried turning to reach the sink. I couldn't reach it. I couldn't get to the bath without getting off the toilet. So it came down to the moral decision that I just had to let it happen. So I was sick. I'm talking from my knees down to my feet. All over my legs, all over my shorts, my boxers, all over the floor. This went on for maybe 10-15 minutes on and off. You know, like, let me die. Let me die. It really was. It was like, oh, fucking hell. Somebody came in with a gun and said, right, I could shoot you, or you can continue with this. I fucking put the bullet in my head, mate. End it now. So there I was, and I looked around, and I was like, oh, there's no fucking toilet roll. So I basically, until I could get someone to wake up. Now, my brother sleeps like the fucking dead. And my mother was in, we had an extension on the back of our house. So you get down the stairs, and you basically come back on yourself and you go right to the back of the house, and that's where my mother slept, and the door was closed and they've got this big fucking heavy wooden door, and I couldn't rouse anyone, absolutely no one, and it took me about an hour of basically just sitting there miserable, puke like all down my chin and all over the floor, and my feet just basically paddling in it and just arse covered in shit until somebody woke up. I was like, I need some toilet roll, bring a couple of rolls because I'm going to need all of it. So after cleaning myself up, I had to clean the bathroom up, and yeah, that was pretty horrible. Someone had to poke their head round the door. There's thing everywhere, there's no toilet roll, help me. I can laugh about it now because it's fucking hilarious. There I am, just shitting and shitting and shitting, just fucking, it's like a tap, you know, my arse going like a tap, and then just puking all over myself at the same time. It is pretty funny when you think about it. You know, some guys, if you've got a weak stomach, I should have put this at the beginning, but if you have a weak stomach, don't watch this video. Kind of late now, but I'm not going to go back and do it again. Fuck that. Nuh-uh. Fuck that. So there we go. That was my next embarrassing story. I'm trying to think of other ones because I want to make this series kind of run and run and run. Probably be out every Wednesday. Or release a video, but there it is. The norovirus, the winter sickness bug. December 2011, I puked and shat all over myself pretty much, and it was horrible. So, that's the story. If you did enjoy this tale of one man's struggle against diarrhea and vomiting, and also if you live in the UK and you suffered this also back in 2011, then leave a comment and also hit that like button. Subscribe for more beef stew based content, and also tune in on Friday because there's going to be a double episode of Until Dawn, because that's when that comes out. Tomorrow I may have Madden, I'm not sure. If it's not Madden, it'll definitely be another episode of The Last of Us Left Behind. If you haven't seen the previous episode, and not many have because there's only one fucking view on it, go watch that. There'll be, in the outro, there'll be a link to go to that video, so go and watch that because it's a very funny episode actually, because we got to play with masks and we quiz Skeletor on the future and other such things. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching again, and I will catch you boys and girls on the flip side. Peace!
There she is! Now let's see what else this place has.
Oh, look at this big green motherfucker. Are you the Incredible Hulk? Are you Bruce Banner?
Man, look at all this stuff.
We'll just assume you are. Hey Riley, look! I found your mama! Ooh. Obviously have Albino Dracula.